Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And welcome in. Why am I so big? Hello, everybody. My wonderful co host can be heard. Why is my model so big?
Oh no,
Oh, we can
Bittles
be heard
about
now?
to eat us.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I thought we're still muted.
Oh, I
was
never
gonna
muted
say
you.
something.
I never
no.
mute my guests. I want you all to be heard.
Excellent. You know what? I should probably advertise this in my Discord on my Twitter. Be like, yo, I'm over here being annoying.
You're not annoying. Hello,
Listen.
Lloyd. Hello, Johnny. How you doing? Hi, Nia. I see you.
Hi.
Hello, Lloyd. Hello, Zyber. How you doing? Wild Scar. Hello, Butch.
To me.
Hello, Starlight. Chaos. Wonderful to have you here. Mego. Gwenny. Always a pleasure. Hi, Gambit. TMNT. I'm good. I'm well. So, where's my hands? Hello, everybody. I hope you all have an amazing day. Before I don't have water, you bitch.
Why not?
Because
Hydrate.
I forgot
Hydrate.
to get.
Hydrate.
I'll be back.
Yes. She's
over.
gone. She's gone. Everything.
Take
It's
over.
our stream now. All right. I want ones in the chat if you prefer Baja Blast over Peach Mountain Dew.
Is there an option for pitch black? Because that was the best one.
No.
I bet-
Those are
damn
only
it.
two options. Those are the only options. That's ones in the chat.
Uh-huh.
Twos if you like Cinnamon Toast Crunch in your Baja Blast.
What?
No.
Julie!
Lottie has rattled us.
Lottie, thank you for the raid! Immediate raid!
Oh, she's back. I thought she was gonna be.
No! It's my stream! Of course I'm gonna be here! What do you expect? Okay. I wanted to mention this before we get into it. Welcome to the stream, everybody. There is a special command for this week, the charity command, which you can use to be taken to the donation link for Gamers Outreach, a wonderful organization that is raising money for kids in hospitals for like entertainment and medical stuff. We are so happy to be included with this. We're raising money this entire week. We're hoping. I've got a goal of like, I think 300. If we can get that, that'd be great. If we can't, every little bit is appreciated. Isn't that right?
I could creep and on the same wavelength.
Give us all of your pennies.
Charity now. Seriously, donate.
Exactly.
Okay.
Please help out. It all goes to a good cause. We don't see a penny of it. Because I know people worry about that kind of thing with VTuber charities. Like, hey, who actually gets this money? Not us.
We promise we have no pockets to put them in. That's
Right?
the big secret of every VTuber model. We have no pockets.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, we're talking about, HRT and trans. Let me tell you something. Ever since I switched my jeans, I definitely don't have any pockets, okay?
Also, thank you. The redeem actually worked. Thank you for the donation, doll. I appreciate it. Let me just make this a bit bigger, too.
Why don't they actually put pockets in ladies' jeans?
Because women have purses. I don't know. It's stupid.
Like, I get it. My cheeks are raw out there, okay? But, like, listen, I would like some pockets.
Right? Also,
For
I
God's
waffles.
sakes.
I want to be able to carry shit. Gwen brings up a good point. Every girl I know who ever has a dress with pockets, that is the first thing she will show off. Just like,
Oh, yeah.
like
No,
my dress, it's
honestly.
got pockets.
Seriously, when I bought a nice pair of like leggings had pockets, I was like, "Oh my god, Jess, look, I got pockets!"
Right? Also, hello, Sally. How you doing, sis? Exactly. Pockets are so important. I gotta be able to carry stuff. Speaking of carrying things, let me introduce my co-host.
No, don't worry about it. You gotta introduce us. We're just here. You can
Yeah, we're
talk
just
in like
here.
normal, and
It's-
then we'll be like the audience members, just saying things. Like,
Pretty much.
Said that.
I wizard.
Kind of reminded me of the
She said
boss
it's
in
that
Cuphead
big?
at the moment. This giant looming above us.
I'm the big one now. All right. I'll introduce everyone. We'll go down the line. First of
Okay.
all, the wonderful mountain of muscle with arms almost as big as her heart, Little Miss Athena Atlas.
Hi.
Tell us about yourself, Athena.
Okay, all right, yeah. My name's Athena Atlas, strong woman of the Grand Circus, and strongest woman in the world. And I'm happy to be here. So there we go.
No, fair enough. Also, no worries, Johnny. Next in line, the wonderful Butch, who's currently on a rubber hose brain rot. Butch currently, I believe, is not okay to speak. So we're just happy to have you here, Butch. It's occurred to me I can't see the Discord if you're typing.
I put it earlier. I was gonna BRB for a quick second. And I was like, oh god, I hope you see this.
It's great. Next we have the wonderful Canuck. A pleasure to have a fellow Canadian here, the wonderful Pickle.
Hi, Billy Mays here for OxyClean, the stain specialist powered by the air you breathe. Activated by. Oh, I screwed that up. Hi.
Wonderful. Oh,
Hi,
also,
how
hi,
you doing?
Moth. How you doing? Scarlett's a little quieter. That's because she tends to yell, so I turned her down.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Here, I'm gonna make sure everyone's completely audible. I'm gonna quickly make sure everyone's at least 70. I got sensitive ears. This is why I turn like everybody down.
I tend to not do that myself, and I'm like, that's probably why I'm hard of hearing anymore.
Right? Next in line, the wonderful gremlin from down under who's aiming for the top of the world. It's Nia.
Maybe for the top of the world, I will get there. I'll take over. Ah.
We've got our own Pim, and I love it.
God. I love
Oh my
kids,
God,
Charlie!
Charlie!
I love
Oh
kids!
my god! What do I look
Come
like?
on, make a difference! Ah!
Chad, I'm scared.
Oh, I love you, Daddy.
And finally, the unlife of the party. It's Scarlett.
Hi, howdy. How we doing? I like to play retro games and just talk about weird and creepy stuff like ghosts. Do you believe in the afterlife, chat? It's all good.
I
It's
hope
all
you
good.
don't.
It depends.
No, one of my favorite things to do is I like to go into those channels. It's like number 15 and show like all these like different ghost videos, and we just kind of like make a goof and a gaff out of them from time to time. It's great.
Can
Oh,
I
that's
just
amazing.
say that was an amazing impression you did there.
I know a lot of people tell me that, and I'm not proud of it.
Can you do it again?
Yeah, please.
God. Okay,
Pretty
hold on a
please.
second. Hold on.
Please.
Number 15, BittlesTune.twitch.tv.
Okay, now I have another request real quick. Can you do
Yeah.
that exact same line, but Roxo?
Oh my god. Here's the thing. Here's the deal.
Mhm.
Here's the deal. Because of how I do it, Discord will automatically cut it. If you want, I have Audacity, and when I get home from work, I will record that line and give it to you.
Uh-huh.
So you got it. I'll give you the line when I get home.
Please make a intro, Bittles.
Please.
Just immediately the stream starts. Number 15.
Number 15. Cocaine.
Number 15, chat smells.
The thing you want in your chat is a smelly chatter.
I would love, I'm super against like AI voice acting. I would love AI chills though.
Oh my gosh.
God,
Good.
dang it! When I debut Scratch, I have a TTS pet and everything ready to go, and
Mhm.
it has Chills' voice.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for that.
It's a little like zombified rat that has Chills' voice.
That's really fitting,
Oh my
actually.
Okay.
But yes.
Look, I know everyone shits on AI, but I found something. I know everyone's like, "Oh, AI is terrible." Blah blah blah. I found the one good thing that AI is good for, and there's this stream. It's on 24/7. It's the most amazing thing because you can send in any prompt to anybody
Hi,
from
Bucket.
anywhere, be a politician, celebrity, whatever, whoever they got. I have literally made Gordon Ramsay talk about creaming his own donut. Okay?
Safe for work stream.
It is
Safe for work
great.
stream.
I thought you were going to talk about the like AI Seinfeld one. I thought that's what
Right?
you were about to talk about.
I thought that was
No,
it too, or the Family Guy,
No,
or
this
the
is a live
SpongeBob.
stream. This is a live stream. You can do active prompts in the chat. It's hilarious. I have to show it to you guys one day.
We'll see it soon. But yes, welcome in everyone to the 4-year HRT Anniversary stream. I've gathered some of the finest trans and non-binary people to be here today. Some of which didn't show up. So that's great.
I invited the finest people here. Some of them fucking come.
Are you talking mentally or physically?
Physically, I can see Mort over there. Hi, Squid. Hi, Samashi. Hi, Jiraki. How you doing? Welcome in.
Also, Butch, I see your message in the Discord. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, hell
shit.
yeah.
Congrats.
There we
Oh,
go.
nice.
That's the shit
one-
right there.
Butch, let me know if I can read this out, because I'm super proud of you.
Hell yeah. That's good
World
shit
building.
right there.
Hi, Neo. Go for it. Wonderful. Wonderful Butch here. Just got approved for testosterone. Going up in the world, buds.
Oh, it's bitching. Hell yeah. That's good shit. That's good shit.
It's bitchin'. How wonderful. But yes.
I'm sorry. Am I talking too much like an old person here? I don't understand.
Good.
You're talking to a cartoon from the 30s. Why are you worried about talking like an old person?
I just say if something's good happening, I'm like, yeah, it's pretty bitching. Yeah.
Do you think old people say bitchin'?
I don't know.
No,
I used to say that back when I was in high school, which was
Oh.
like years ago.
My God, I have a very
Yeah,
quick story about this.
You see,
Okay, real quick, Scarlett.
Okay,
It
so
is-
running.
No, I'm
Oh,
first, real
sorry.
quick.
My bad. Sorry.
I have been on HRT for 4 years, and this stream we are going to be talking to some wonderful trans and non-binary people to get their experiences with being trans and non-binary. I will say early on, some people might have some maybe emotional stories. So if that makes you uncomfortable, I guess on one hand, good. It should. On the other hand, I'm sorry. But yeah, otherwise, go ahead, Scarlett.
Okay, so very
Okay, sorry.
quick on what we talked about. There was somebody yesterday who's like a normal regular at my store, and he's 19, and he's already hit that stage of I hate the younger generation, and I was like, oh God, when I was your age, I had a thing about people using the word swag, and he's like, what? No, that's how distinguished people talk, and I'm like, hold on, what?
Oh no.
How old
It's
is
a
this
high
person?
mania.
19.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Just a heads up in case of the age thing. I'm 31. So
32.
there you go. See?
28.
I'm just like, it's just like, come on, guys. Just go with the chill.
Yeah,
so
Butch, you're a
sorry.
baby. Again, Butch is typing in the Discord and not in chat for some reason. Butch is 19.
It's okay. It's okay. You're a sweet baby.
Sweet
It's all
baby.
good.
I'm the old lady. I'm 36.
What?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. 36.
No.
Yes, I am.
You look like you're in your 20s.
I know.
That's HRT, baby.
I'm not even on HRT.
Well,
No, Athena's
even
just
better.
got
You're
those
gonna-
godly
you're gonna
genetics, apparently.
you're gonna like if you start HRT, you're gonna look like you're 2. That's
You're
what that
gonna
means.
de-age.
Literally built different.
No, Athena, are you serious?
Yeah.
You're in your 50s.
No, I'm not in my 50s. No. 36.
30. 30.
36.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, you heard 50?
Yeah, I
I thought I
heard
heard
50s.
52.
Yeah, I
I heard 36.
I know. I'm not in my 50s.
What's going on
No.
here,
Okay.
guys?
Okay.
I'm in
Whoa.
30s.
Okay, that's way different. You still don't look it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were. When I first saw pictures of IRLU, I thought you were early 20s.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Ah,
56.
is about right? A 56-year-old VTuber would be hella sweat.
It's,
I've met
it's my
some of them.
Welsh accent. It's my Welsh accent. It's like,
It's a good accent, though. Also, hi, Alex. Also, hi, Frith. How you doing? And then, yeah, little baby Butch. Go ahead. Oh, no, Butch, you is baby. You're a grown man. Sure.
Oh my.
With my grown little job. With my grown
Oh my
little
God.
bills.
Hell yeah.
Can't wait to get back on tea. I hope you goes well for you, Frith. I keep hearing my cat.
Okay.
So. Ow.
So, ouchies.
I did the thing where I bent my fingers and I heard an audible pop.
Oh no.
So.
You okay?
No.
oof.
No.
No. Not at all.
hurts. Oh, Punch, welcome in. Xenia? Told you had a wife.
But
Wife? Wife?
Punchline VT is Nia's partner.
Well, there you go.
hi, I'm Neo.
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
Nia, why don't you introduce yourself again, just because I want to hear you talk.
What? I'm Nia Gremlin. Does editing, smile stuff. Yes.
I need to put you on the
My
spot more
entire
often.
personality is My entire personality is I'm Aussie.
What you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Oh, we
Oi,
love
bro, what the
Sassy
fuck?
the Sasquatch here. Okay.
Sasquatch.
Sassy the Sasquatch is amazing. I'm not going to start on this tangent now. So it'll be like a full 2 hours of just talking about Sassy.
Valid.
All right. So, as I mentioned on Twitter, which is a thing you all signed up for.
Yep.
I would like you all to talk about your experiences, not all at once, before you
All right, everybody,
start.
let's talk all at once right now.
No.
Back in my day.
Back in my day.
Would anyone like to volunteer, or should I just pick at random?
Go ahead and pick a random. I think that's honestly going to be better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're first.
I knew this was gonna happen, and I despite.
Eyes were locked on to Nia. Just zzz.
Everyone, look. Hang on. I gotta make Nia bigger.
Finally becoming tall.
There, Nia. Nia, go.
There you go. Zoom in. Everyone, look right at Nia. Look at her.
Okay. Okay, so
Mhm.
I don't know, like my. Okay, so I guess my journey started with a lot of. Okay, you put me on the spot. Okay, so I was like every other trans girl, always saying when they're growing up, "Hey, I want to be a girl," and people said, "No, you don't."
Mhm.
And then I found out what the hell trans mean when I was 14 years old, and I'm like, I'm probably that. And okay, that really put me on a goddamn spot here.
Oh, what's up?
And basically, I learned the word when I was studying childcare.
Mhm.
And well, basically got put on the spot, and I kind of just said, yeah, I'm trans, and then went home and googled what the hell that word meant,
Uh-huh.
and a lot of my, and then basically, goddamn spot, and I just made a video about this, and now I'm losing it.
It's fine. It's fine. Take your time. We're all friends here. There's no
Bleh.
judgment. We're all excited to hear
Yeah.
your story.
And I'm gonna be honest, when I decided to actually try meet people in the LGBT community, it was not the most positive of experiences.
Yeah.
I'll straight up admit that. Where when I try to come out with people a lot, I was rushed into a lot of things into the community back in so it got one of those things that I kind of just stayed secluded from everything till honestly, what year is it? 2022. Where it started coming out more and more again when it came to the thing, and then good old waiting for the appointment on the wait lists. We love
Mhm.
those.
Don't we all?
And
Much fun.
yeah.
Do you have something to say about that though?
The wait list. The wait list in general is, I kind of thought I got lost in the system a lot of the time,
Mm-hmm.
most of the time, because funny enough, the wait list told me, yeah, the wait list in Australia is 6 months. It was not 6 months.
Longer or shorter?
It was longer.
That's
always longer.
stupid.
It's always longer.
And basically, it was one of those things that after waiting for like a while, I kind of just gave up and thought, okay, this is never happening,
Yeah.
to be completely honest with you. And then I got out of the shower and got a phone call and said, who the hell is this?
Who are you? What do you want?
And
How did you get my
it's
number?
like, yeah,
I will find
Yeah.
you. I will kill you.
we're part of, and it was like the
Mhm.
gender clinic that was calling me.
Mhm.
And eventually I'm in the process now where my medical appointments have been booked now. And I've gone through all the psych stuff at the moment. I've completed all that. And a lot of the big benefits for a lot. I don't know how it is for other countries, but in Australia, you need to at least go to 3 psych appointments for it.
Mhm.
Same in Canada.
Yeah. So, yeah. No, I'm thinking again. Uh,
It's okay if you
So-
don't have any more else.
there's more, but now I'm losing my train of thought.
Okay.
I'm gonna be completely honest.
I can bring this up because I found it adorable. When you and I first
Yep.
started talking, you kept asking me questions about, does this make me trans?
Yeah, it's one of those things. Okay, so I even asked Scar some stuff actually.
Yeah.
So how? Okay, so that was during a period when I was, because I got back into, that was when I was briefly getting back into the LGBT community, and it was one of those, I was in a spot where I was just started saying I was gender fluid, just so I didn't have to talk on the subject of trans back then. Or when people ask questions, it was just easier to say gender fluid. Why do I wear a dress? Because I'm goddamn stunning, that's why.
Damn
It
right.
was easier to just say that.
You saying the quiet
And-
part out loud.
And so basically, eventually, when I started meeting people in the community, and especially the VTuber community, I was like, okay, now I'm really thinking about this again. let me talk to about 5 different people.
Yeah.
And pretty much everyone was just like, yeah, you are very trans.
It was
But,
cute though.
okay. Okay, I also just figured out what I was going to say with the psych appointment thing. One of the biggest benefits for me during the psych appointments is the fact that I kind of knew everything that was going to happen with HRT because I did butt ton of research beforehand. So,
It sucks.
put it simple, on my first psych appointment, they had actually already booked me to get my medical appointment done. They're like, we're going to book this, but you need to come to 3 more appointments.
Fair
And that
enough.
just shows that when you get into the bit when you have to do the psychology stuff and the doctor stuff, doing your research into like what's going to change and grow boob smile type thing, and it becomes very beneficial during it. That compared to a lot of other people, you might just race ahead, just making sure you're educated in what's going to change with yourself.
Oh, absolutely. Hi, Lefty. Another trans clown. And that's a huge part of it. Like, a lot of people I've known have gone into it like, oh, I didn't know like this was going to happen to my body. And it's like, this is very basic research you should be doing.
Yeah. That basically, on my first day, they said, okay, so this is going to happen. I'm like, oh, I already know that. And then basically everything they said, I already knew. And that's why the medical appointment was just instantly booked for me, which the medical appointment is October 7th, which is nice. But, and then a lot of, in all honesty, other than the wait time, it seems like for me in Australia, like at least in Australia, the process was very easy, especially if you do your research and you just kind of dash through it. And considering also, I'm gonna be honest, the good old funny feminims are not that. I actually fairly cheap here with how Australia is.
Yeah, it's not too bad in Canada. Any place that has any sort of like healthcare system, it tends not to be the worst. Sorry, America.
Yep. Enjoy that KFC though.
So
get your HRT and put it in the gravy.
There you go.
Actually, a little funny story that because we're like sorting out the house right now and we're doing stuff, I had one of my mum's friends were cleaning, and they went into my office and they found like all my like femme clothes.
Hey, gummy.
And they like started washing them and all that, and they like put it in my mum's pile. And I had to go to them. I was like, "Hey, where's all my clothes?" And they're just like, "Why do you have that clothes?" And it's like, "Oh God, here we go."
Girl.
Girl. And it's funny when I said that, when I said that, she just stared at me and she's like, "Oh, that explains a lot."
Thank you, Butch. I feel like a lot of us here might have that kind of thing to our story, which is just other people knew before we did.
Yeah.
Or people can just look at us and be like, yeah, that tracks. Oh, hi,
That
Billy.
makes all the sense in the world.
Right?
I feel like with my friend group, I was the last person in my like friend group in high school to find out what the F that word was. Like I was like 14, 15 years old, and then I have all my friends just suddenly ask me on the same day, and I'm just like, what's this word? I'm gonna say yes, but what's this word?
_Bard just became a goon.
Hi, Bard. Thank you for the follow.
Oh, hi,
then-
Bard. Good to see you, hon.
I guess probably
Remy
the
knew about
most-
mine ages before I did. That makes sense. Oh, thank you, Saturn.
Saturn 185
I
to Sakura Lagoon.
Mhm.
guess the biggest negative for me when it's come to all this is my mother's side is very much the not care type,
Hmm.
and my father's side is the transphobic type.
Oh, glorious.
Yeah.
What a fun split
Bingo.
that must have been.
Yeah. So pretty much if you look at my father's side is like I grew up with
Mhm.
my father completely trashing on trans, or well, to me back then it was people look different person.
That
And
kind of person.
yeah. And then my mum's side is more of the, oh, you're trans, that's nice. Anyway, dead name.
Mhm. It-
What do you?
Can I ask like a
It's the worst.
tangentially related question just because I'm curious about this?
Hmm?
What's your dad's feelings on immigrants?
Well, that's not.
No, this is
Um,
important. I have a follow up for this.
Back then, I wouldn't be able to tell you. He is currently dating one.
Okay. I was simply asking because I have known some like Australians who are very much against immigrants, even though their entire country is founded by immigrants.
Yep.
Well, except the Aboriginal people, but
It's funny because I say I'm Australian, but I have not a single bit of Australian blood in me.
America's too. America is really funny to me when they do like to get rid of the immigrants. It's like, all right, leave.
Oh yeah.
Like being like, because I'm England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Russian, German, and Egyptian. And that's just the ones I know because my family were gypsies and part of the circus.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to say about your experiences, Nia?
They need to open up more clinics because I don't want to go to the city every single goddamn time I have to do it.
But you get to go
Valid.
to Bendigo.
Bendigo is on the other side of the damn country.
You get to go to Bendigo. You get to get your HRT cube, right?
Gotta go get the green cube. Gotta go get the HRT cube.
I like the idea of just an estrogen block that you have to lick like it's a salt lick.
God, like you're being fed a sugar cube like you're a horse. Here you go.
Oh god, that just reminded me of the estrogen in the water thing.
What? Girl
The
cube,
estrogen-
the
when you
salt block.
Remember when you said there was estrogen in the water and I sent that bloody video
Mm-hmm.
where I
What was it, like Alex
fucking
Jones?
just no. Bittles said there was estrogen in the water, and within like a minute, I sent her a video of me cracking open a bottle and just pouring it back.
Yes. It
To the
got
point where I
everywhere.
soaked-
Water?
I was
Ugh,
soaked-
give me some water.
It was a
soaked
mess.
My entire room.
Can we all see that video for research purposes?
Uh,
I can find
I'm
it.
kidding,
I
I'm
can
kidding.
find it.
oh dear lord.
God.
Oh.
Let me look for it. But
Uh,
other than that, that's pretty much the story of the Australian.
okay.
Well, there
Very
you
fun.
go.
Hi, Lou. Welcome in. Welcome to the HRT Anniversary. I was going to call it the HRT Anniversary, but that doesn't sound that good.
Did you say Tanniversary?
Right? Because how do I say it? It's like HRT Anniversary. Like, either way, it doesn't work, right?
I was gonna say, why not just call it the Traniversary at that point?
Yeah. The HRT Anniversary. Choo choo.
I'm updating
Oh
the
my
title.
god. It's Trainiversary.
Updating the title. Well, now it's got a certain
HRT time. I like that too, Bucket.
it's got a
Ooh,
certain word in it now.
Oh.
A
What?
certain T word that applies to girls like me.
I'm
know,
very
Ew.
confused.
Yeah, I'll get rid of one of those extra N's with a. No, that looks worse. No, I'm not changing the title. Never mind. It's fine where it is.
What is going on here? What's
Words.
happening?
Words. It's words. Athena, would you like to go next?
Yeah, sure. Fair warning, this is gonna be there's gonna be some subjects that will yeah.
Fair warning.
Yeah. Okay, so for me, it started off very very young, not knowing exactly who I was, that there was something different, or I felt that there was something wrong with myself. Like, I tried to make friends and like get into sports and stuff like that just to make friends, but I just found that I didn't enjoy it, and I couldn't get into that kind of stuff, and I found it really hard to make friends for a while.
I get
That
though.
kind of went all the way through my childhood. I had one best friend who was very supportive and has been there for like most of my life. Unfortunately, I'll get to that later. Unfortunately, we've become distant,
Oh,
but
I'm
I'll get to that
sorry.
later. Yeah. But yeah, it's strange because like I found that I was hanging out with the girls more than guys, and outside of school, I had a friend in church, because unfortunately I was in a yeah
Yeah.
a family that is very Christian, and it was church every freaking Sunday and Bible camp. Yay!
Oh, you had to full on go to
My
Bible camp?
favorite.
I had to go to Bible camp. Yes.
Oh my
Ah.
goodness, Bible camp.
I grew up
Yep.
Catholic. I know your pain, Athena, but I never had to go to Bible camp.
Oh my god. It's not. This is not just like Bible camp. This is like 50 different churches and like a stage that looks like it's for a rock concert, but the worst music in the world.
Jesus, justice.
Yes. And
Oh,
in a
goodness.
bloody tent with all these people.
And it's in the summer, right? So it's like hot and sweaty and it sucks.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. So actually, I kind of didn't go to any of the services. I actually did children work instead. I worked with the children.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, when you say you did children work, does that mean you were like helping the kids, or were you just like sitting on the floor finger painting?
Well, first of all, like when I was younger, yeah, it was in the children's program. But yeah, when I got older, I was actually part of the dramatics side. So I had to do a lot of like, I think I dressed up as a pirate. It was like during like Pirates of the Caribbean came out, and they were like, all the kids are into Pirates of the Caribbean, so now we have to have someone dressed as Johnny Depp. And to me,
and that's how you got into cosplay.
no. So yeah, that's pretty much my childhood. Is that kind of very oppressive, very Christian. The family are very were very against anything queer.
Yeah.
Like they would call gay people woofers and laugh at it and stuff like that.
Woofters?
Yeah, it's a slang. It's a horrible slang term.
Oh, should I not have said it?
No, it's a British slang term, like, and it just
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So they call them like different things like that, and like whenever like anything gay came on TV, it was always pointed out and laughed at, that kind of stuff. So like fast forward to like around 18, I'm still unsure who I am, and then I start to get into a very dark place. I no longer want to be myself anymore.
Mhm.
And I ended up hospitalized.
Oh, Dina, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I was in a mental institute for over a month on suicide watch, due to the fact that I was everything I was telling the doctors, like it was. Now that I look back on it, it's screaming that I was transgender, and I just couldn't. Unfortunately, we didn't have such a wide knowledge of it back then.
Yeah.
So the doctors were actually just like blaming my past and things like that, because like they're blaming like things like abandonment issues and stuff like that. And then they put me on medication, and it was like the medication's not working because we're not addressing the root of the issue. So through my 20s, still don't know who the hell I am. I was trying like so hard to find different places where I felt like I fit, but it just was not coming together. It wasn't until I actually started weightlifting and stuff like that, and my body started changing, that something clicked, and it was like, okay. It's weird to think that that's how I realized that I was transgender, was when I was like actually as my body was changing, but in a sense it was because I was becoming someone else, the person that I felt that I was. And yeah, so through the weightlifting and stuff like that, it's we go into like COVID, and COVID was due to the fact that we were cooped up. It felt like now is the time. I can't live this lie. I can't lie 24/7 around people all the time, because my family are always around me, and it's like I can't do that.
No, it's not good for you.
So no, so basically, I just told my my mum. My mum doesn't live with me, and basically, I was kind of raised by my grandparents, because my mum was in a very bad situation when she had me. But we do meet now and again, and she was like helping my grandmother and getting groceries and stuff, because obviously they couldn't go out during COVID. So, and I just broke down, and I said, like, I can't live the lie anymore. I think I might be transgender. And then she was like, when we started talking, and the more that I talked about it, the more I realized just all these different things were coming, like popping in my mind. And she was saying all these different things that happened in my childhood and stuff like that. And we're like, of course I was. Of course I was.
Yeah.
That was the issue. And yet people were just shoving medication on me. It was so. Then so after I confessed that, I then had to confess it to my grandparents, who didn't have the best reaction. They just went completely silent, which is...
That's not a confidence builder.
Yeah, they just went completely silent, and they were saying things like, "No, you're not," and stuff like that. And I was like, "Well, I know for a long time I didn't know who I was, but this is who I am." And yeah, it took months and months and months and months and months of me reinforcing it for them to finally accept it. And now they're accepting. Unfortunately, it's the rest of my family that are not. My mum, her partner, my brother, and my sister, and my grandparents are all absolutely accepting. The rest of the family, and because we're quite a close knit family, my uncle and aunt and cousins are constantly coming over and stuff like that. First of all, they completely ignore me. And also, they refuse to use the right pronouns, and they keep dead naming me, even though I've repeatedly asked them not to do it. So it's unfortunately, the process is still ongoing, and it's sometimes there are people that just won't change because and it's weird because my cousins come out as gay, and they've accepted that, but unfortunately, they can't accept that I'm transgender. Which is, yeah.
It's such poetic irony that, yeah, some people won't change, and they won't accept people who will.
Yeah. They just won't. But yeah, the positive side I want to share. I don't know. Have you seen the comic of my story?
I did. It was really impressive. You full on got like in the newspaper, right?
Yeah. So that story about how I basically discovered my identity through being Louisa. Yeah, it was in the Washington Post, and they made a comic of it. They did it for like several people's like trans stories. They did it for a few, and it was all about like finding identity and finding their names.
I didn't realize it was something as big as the Washington Post. I thought it was a local thing. Congratulations, Athena.
Yeah, it was in the Washington Post. I was amazed that they wanted my story.
Of course they want your story. You're incredible.
So, for those that don't know, I'll sum it up it. But basically, this I was still basically finding myself as a trans woman, and I went to a comic book convention as She-Hulk, and I did okay. I looked like a swamp witch because all the costume just went incredibly wrong. I looked like She-Hulk had come out of the sewer.
You could have just told people you were Swamp Thing.
So the things that went wrong with that. Yeah, true. Like, we made the stupid mistake of trying to paint a very large 6'4" woman at 2 hours before a convention. Green.
Athena, no. That's a lot of area to cover.
So, yeah, it was two of my friends were painting me, and like some of it got onto the front of my leotard, and then one of them proceeded to dab it, which spread it further and further. So I had like this green like mess on the front of me. I had like this completely like it was like I don't know, like 20 quid wig, green wig, and because the paint hadn't dried, it stuck to the paint. Oh my god, it was so,
You actually became
It was-
She-Hulk because you couldn't take it off.
it was so bad. But I came in second in the performance category because I did a cheerleading routine.
That's
Ayo.
incredible.
There you go.
I did it spelling out the word She-Hulk. Give me an S, give me H.
That's
Oh
incredible.
my god.
Yeah, so I came in second for that, and I posted the photos of me as She-Hulk on a Facebook, a cosplay Facebook page,
Mhm.
and someone was colorblind and went, "Is that strong girl from Encanto?"
Oh
Oh,
my gosh. It can't.
this is how it all started.
It is. Yes, it is. And then everyone went, "Oh my gosh, she does look like her." And so, like, my next cosplay competition I did, I went in as Louisa, and I could not go like 5 minutes without people wanting photos, wanting to be lifted by Louisa. Not just children, like their mums as well.
Oh my
The
god.
moms. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone loves muscles.
Yeah, it was. There was some dads as well that wanted to be lifted, but so everyone was. Yeah, it was crazy because like I've never experienced anything like that with like validation and things like that. And it just felt like this is me. This is I'm me for once in my life. And so I started doing a lot of work with children's charities, going to hospitals as Louisa. I met Jessica Darrow, who is the voice actress of Louisa, and she went absolutely crazy when she saw me.
Mhm.
I actually heard her before I saw her because she just screamed.
Oh, that's incredible. Oh, thank you, Blue Streak.
Yeah.
Blues break
Blue's
underscore
great.
VHS
Thank you.
Lagoon.
It's funny. Just as a quick thing, she was actually coming
Yeah.
to like a Canadian Comic-Con that happens near me. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I should get something signed for Athena. She'd fucking love that. And then I look on Twitter and I see a picture of you like hugging the actress. And it's like, oh, she's already got
Yeah.
a shit ton of stuff.
I'm actually wearing her hat at the moment.
Oh, hell
Do
yeah.
you know the Louisa hat I've got? That is actually hers. She gave it to me.
That's incredible.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I basically I found myself through that, and I'm doing a lot of work with charities and events and stuff for that,
Mhm.
and it really helped me find my center point as a trans woman, and get that validation that I just was not getting, and it also gave me the confidence to outside of cosplay to be myself, because I was finding it really hard, especially in South Wales, which is backwards. Let's just say backwards.
Did you say backwards or awkward?
Backwards.
Probably both.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Upside
both.
down.
It can be yeah, like they want to be progressive, like the council want to be progressive, but the
They
people
want
do not want to be progressive.
Mhm.
So like the council's got like these things like, we're gonna be like the LGBT like home of Wales and stuff like that. Like, yeah, and then the people are like, "Oh, emotional, you're not doing that." Not in Swansea. No.
Not having none of that.
Not in my backyard.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
wish I could
so-
say like that's an outlier, but it's not.
No, it's not. It's been tough, especially with the gym. I've had some issues, some real issues, with guys that can't handle that a woman is bigger and stronger than them. So they have to like belittle me, and just go, "Oh, it's just a guy in a wig or whatever."
And then just pick them up
Yeah.
and put them on a hook.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah, fuck 'em.
Yeah. Like-
Transphobes always get weirded out when they realize, oh, you can actually crush my skull. Okay.
I'm not into that at all. Secretly, I am.
Oh my god.
Oh no! Pick them up and put
But
them on a
yeah,
shelf.
so
No, Athena, I absolutely
Yeah.
adore you because I adore your dedication. But before
Oh,
now,
thank
I
you.
didn't know details, but I know you've gone through a lot of struggles, and you're still
Yeah.
going. And that is so respectable.
yeah,
Yes.
and I honestly, I feel like I'm still finding myself as like I don't have many like feminine clothes yet. But I'm more of a tomboy anyway.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah.
unfortunately, women's clothing as well is not made for taller girls.
No. Taller, broad-shouldered.
Muscle
Yeah.
girls, yeah. Which
Yes.
sucks. We need more muscle girl clothes.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's so there we go. That's my story. Yeah.
Lou makes a good point. The clothes don't make the woman. Exactly. It's all you. It's the person in the clothes that make the outfit.
Exactly.
Hey, Aaron.
The taller the girl, the better the twirl.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's about the wardrobe.
I do it all. How you doing, buds? How you doing, little bro? I will say, I think we're coming up on an ad, so I don't quite want to move on to the next person just yet.
Uh-oh.
But this has been very enlightening. Thank you, Nia and Athena, for both sharing your stories so far. It's there's the ad.
Yay!
Cool.
Hey.
Yeah, hearing Athena, I'm like,
And there's
oh,
the
wait
ad.
a minute. After hearing Athena, I'm like, see here. Oh, wait a minute. There was way more I could have told. Oh, fuck.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the ad server.
Yeah.
Ad break ends in 1
think we-
second.
Just so like everyone has as much time as they want, this might go a little longer, just for fun. Call it an ad was not far behind. Exactly.
Let's go.
Butch, would you be okay if I read your thing now? Yes, wonderful. So, Butch is currently nonverbal, so I'm going to be reading something they've written out for me. No worries, Lottie. Enjoy your shower. Let me see here. So, I'm going to try to make sure this is somewhere like I'm looking at the screen. Da-da-da-da. All right. Butch is a sweetheart. We love Butch, even if they're on a rubber hose brain rot currently.
Don't we all at some point?
Have you?
Not once in my life.
Nia.
Maybe.
Listen, eating
Somebody's
you alive.
lying.
It happens. It happens.
The brain what never ends.
So, this is a 2-page story. Not story, true event. Written by the wonderful Butch. My trans journey. God, why am I the one reading this? I'm struggling already. My Trans Journey by Butch Lee. Before I go about writing this, I want to thank my biggest clown inspiration and best friend, Bittles, for inviting me here to share my experience being a trans male. Bittles has been my clown inspiration since the name Butch existed for me, and even grew to be a big inspiration to keep true to myself when it came to being transgender. I'm sorry I'm not here to talk verbally, but thank you for letting me write out a little bit about my journey. And then we get into it. I knew I wasn't like other girls since I was maybe 12 years old, but even before that, I never liked feminine things. As a kid, I never liked dolls or dresses or cute clothes. Even things as small as wanting the boy Happy Meal and not the girl one. I fully understand that one. Or choosing the boy avatar in video games, also understand. I didn't know being transgender was a thing until 6th grade, when I met an old friend, Brandon, the first trans person I ever met. It felt like magic at the time. I didn't know people could do this. I didn't know people were allowed to be something they weren't born as. I had so many questions for them, how they did it, if it was safe to do it. Hell, what would my mom think if I did? Growing up in a Jamaican black household where education was priority, it was scary to bring that up. If I were to come out as gay, I knew my mom would understand because she herself is a lesbian, but gender identity is something she's never dealt with. Luckily, I was able to have a few gender euphoric clothes since her wife at the time wore boyish clothes too. She was my inspiration at the time. To this day, she's one of my biggest supporters. That's wonderful, Butch. My mom didn't get a hint that I was transgender until high school, where I was part of an LGBT club. During the conference night, I forgot the sponsor of that club was my art teacher, who called me by my preferred name at the time, Jordan. I wasn't in the conference rooms with her, but helping out with culinary class instead, so getting the message from her saying, "Really? Jordan?" was the scariest moment of my life. When we got back to the car, she questioned me, "Do you really think you're a boy? Do you think you were born wrong or something?" As if I was ungrateful for being born female. I managed to wiggle my way away from that conversation, but my art teacher was on my side. She still called me by my preferred name when we were in class. I'm sorry, I'm going to stop the song currently because it's Human Centipede.
Oh,
That's
no.
not fitting for this. Of course, the transition wasn't easy. I unfortunately met a few bad apples during my transition. One person trying to dictate my identity and force me to try different pronouns. Someone else hoping I never got surgery and fed me negative things about surgeries and HRT. Same person even going out of their way to dead name me during arguments and tell me that I'd never be a man. Man, fuck that person.
Yeah, fuck up.
Mm.
Their legs.
It's a catchy song. It's not appropriate. But those moments, those awful people, and those foggy thoughts of questioning myself are what made me the stronger and braver person I am today. Skip a few years later, we moved, and by now my entire wardrobe was masculine. Clothes that made me feel comfortable, since that's all I could do at the time. I wasn't at the moment to ask for HRT or even a haircut, but at school, friends referred to me as male, a few teachers did. It's a good sense of euphoria at times since I was home, it wasn't fully out. Since at home, still wasn't fully out. I made a bit of a risky move during Christmas time. I was allowed to buy whatever I wanted from Amazon. I got some Pokemon cards, other stuff for my Switch, and added a trans flag. My mom knew what the trans flag was. She knew what it looked like. So it was a risky move. I sent her the wish list and I'll never forget what happened. "You're a bit over budget. You can take off one of the Pokemon cards," she says. I tell her, "I'll take the flag off the list." She shakes her head, "No. Keep the flag. Just choose something else." It was a strange interaction to me, but in a way she was finally telling me that she accepted me for who I was. I still have the trans flag with me now. A year after that, I got my first haircut and complete style change. While we never finally sat down and discussed names and pronouns, I'm currently okay with that. Growth is slow nowadays, but regardless, I'm comfortable with where I'm at. I went to my first Pride event and drag show a few weeks ago. I was finally able to wear the flag proudly. At that event, I met a new friend. It seemed so surreal to hear someone introduce themselves following the phrase, "My pronouns are they, them." It felt like a trick. I fully get that one.
Oh, yeah.
All over the internet, awful people tell you pronouns are cringe or delusional. Here I was, finally able to introduce myself to someone completely new with who I really was. "Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm transgender, and my pronouns are he, they." Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Butch.
It was nice. That was very nice.
That is absolutely just so sweet.
Very nice positive message, at the end of
I'm not gonna play that song either. There.
it. Just turn off the music.
I need music. It helps me think. The thing is, the song that immediately came on was Bo Burnham's "I Feel Like Shit," and that's really not a good song to follow up that story.
Oh my god.
But no, Butch, I'm so proud of you. It can be scary to come out to your family, your friends, your school.
Yeah.
It's an exciting doing. Yeah, you got accepted for testosterone. It's so great. I'm so proud of you.
Good on you, Butch. Good on you.
And it can be
Can we
scary.
get some hearts in the chat for Butch?
Can we please get thousands of hearts? Spam hearts, please. Also, before I forget, because I did it for everyone else, but I was reading.
Let's get some hearts, guys.
Da-da-da-da-da. There we go. And I hope that's you. It is good, wonderful. I should have just clicked your name. That would have been way easier. But no, Butch, that is an incredible story. I am glad that your family was more accepting than you were probably expecting. It's scary, especially when it's family. Especially when it's family that you rely on. I know some of us might live alone, so we don't rely on our family to do anything for us, so it's not that big a deal. But when it's the kind of thing where, like, these are the people who take care of me, feed me, hopefully not bathe you, but, take care of you. If they don't accept you, what's going to happen? But I'm glad you had a support system.
Yep.
Even if
absolutely.
at first they weren't sure. Like, it's scary. But you're in a better place. We all are. We're all doing great. We all have our bad days. Those never go away. But
No,
we'll
they
have
don't.
way
But you know
more
what?
Good days.
Exactly. If you ever have a bad day, that just means that tomorrow's going to be a good day.
Exactly. I always try to view it as just tomorrow's another day. Yeah, today sucked, but we'll make tomorrow good. It's great.
Hell yeah.
You need to chug water from the tears. It's a sad story, but it's a good story.
Oh my gosh. Don't drink the tears, okay? That's not good for you.
Like, listen, it's the same as like seawater. It's just drink enough of it and it counteracts the salt. It's fine.
That's absolutely correct.
Easy.
If you have too much sodium and then you keep getting it, it just leaves. There you go. And then all of a sudden you're saltless.
Exactly.
See,
Oh, it's exactly very salty. Speaking of salty, Scarlett, would you like to go next?
God, I'd love to. Jesus, sorry, I've been quiet lately.
Wow, Scarlett.
No, you're fine. Athena had me on the verge of tears. I was like, oh God, no.
Yeah, I think was very touching too.
So, criminy, where do I begin? So publicly, I've been out for about 2 years now. But the story even tracks back further than that, going back to about 2015, 2016. And I always had like those lingering feelings growing up of like, oh, I always feel so very different. Like if you get that little feeling deep in you that's like something's just a tad off, but you don't really know what it is when you're a kid. And then you grow up and you start like you start exploring things a little more. It's like, okay, this is starting to somewhat make sense, but also there's part of you that like you kind of fight it in a way, because like when you're still a kid and you're growing up, it's scary and it's weird, but it's still something that lingers and never really goes away. And I just kind of moved on with childhood, not really thinking much about it. It's one of those things that like it would show up here and there, but it wouldn't really have like that big of an impact. And then 2015 happened, and this is the worst. In hindsight, this is like the worst way to find out about this sort of thing, but also couldn't be more thankful. So I was working at a grocery store at the time, and I was working at a grocery store at the time, and we had a magazine out on the cover was Caitlyn Jenner, and I had no idea who Caitlyn was, and I did some research into it, and I was like, what the hell is trans? And so I did my own research on what trans was, and the switch was flipped, and I'm like, oh dear God, it's like when somebody's asking you a question and you have no idea what they're talking about, and you get that little eureka moment. It's like, oh, this makes sense.
It clicks.
Like you all of a sudden understand, and it makes sense to you. So I experimented more. I did like preferred names of very close friends at the time, and they said nothing. They kept their mouth shut until I was ready to be like open with it. And then in 2016, I was open about it. It didn't end well. Like it didn't go great. Not end well. It didn't go great. Like because like the my mom's end of the family's like, yeah, we're supportive of you. We're just like very, very concerned about your safety and everything. I was like, that's fine.
That's
and then like
concern.
Yeah, like that's fine. I completely understand that, and I appreciate it, obviously. And then I would talk about this with like my dad's side of the family. It's not great. So, and it's still something that I deal with to this day, and I very rarely ever I very rarely ever bring it up. And I very rarely ever bring it up with them, because it's one of those like hotly contested sort of deals, really. And then a lot of stuff happened in like 2019, and I ended up throwing myself back into the hole again. I threw myself back in the hole again in 2019, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna be a dude, whatever. I'm just gonna live with it. Just grit your teeth and just deal with it, really.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, and so I spent about the next 19, 20, 21, about 4 years, like just, yeah, just being the dude, just being old dead name. That's it. And then in like about 2022, I want to say like early 2022, you kind of hit that point where it's like, okay, I've had enough. I'm done. I cannot deal with it anymore. And I describe it as sort of a kicking the door in kind of feeling. Like your inner self wants to kick the door open, and you get to a point where like you just do it. You just kick the door open, and I'm like, okay, this is something I felt for years, and I finally understand like what's going on, and I feel more alive, and I feel more happier, and like that things make sense as me as I am. And a lot of that resulted in losing my relationship that I had for over 12 years. I lost a lot of really good friends. And this was right when I was starting like VTubing too. So like it was just this insane time of like meeting new friends and growing in content creation. And then you go through this, and like you're like, yes, I'm finally free, but also you feel like you're just kind of getting kicked in the gut. And then I just met all these wonderful other like trans creators, and you just bounce ideas off each other, and you you like have open conversations, and you feel better about yourself, and you feel like okay, you found your tribe, and you feel like okay, everything's going to be okay. Because like the first run around when I first did this years ago was basically it was kind of like when you're watching a giraffe being born, and they're walking, they're upright, but it's like it's wobbling. The giraffe is wobbling.
You have such a way with metaphors.
I know, I'm sorry.
I didn't say it was bad.
Just a giraffe. Just
just a
Being
baby giraffe.
transgender is like being a baby giraffe.
And like yeah, when I was first starting out, I'm just wobbling, I'm moving around. It's like a very base level understanding of what's going on. The second time around, it's like okay, we're not fucking around. We have a goal in mind. We know what we need to do to obtain like the happiness that you ultimately want. And you finally get there, and for like the last 2 years I have been me again. Have been some of the happiest years of my life, and I have met just all these amazing people. And yeah, it took a very long road to get to where you are, and it took a very painful road to get to where you are, where you don't even know if you're gonna make it out of it okay. But damn, am I happy to be still here. I am so very happy.
absolutely.
And that's the story of me.
Wow.
Hi, my name is Scarlett.
Before I'm messing this
It's like
up.
one of those like 90s sitcom startups. Hi, my name's
Right.
God.
Hi, I'm Scarlett. You're probably wondering how I got here.
Scarlett, I keep messing this up. What's your Twitch name?
Creepshow. Do you want me to type it in chat?
That's probably easier than what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, it would be
Just
great.
type it, your
Yeah, I
name will
got
pop up.
No, you are all good. There is me.
How was I misspelling this? Anyway, go ahead.
How?
Yeah, I've been trying to shout her out for like 3 minutes.
Bittles.
I
How
don't know
long
how
have we been friends?
I kept putting a C in there after the S.
Somewhere beyond the sea.
Listen,
Oh God.
friends sometimes don't know stuff about each other.
That's okay.
Like
That's
their
all
names.
right. Friends sometimes
What would-
forget things like, their name.
We're friends for 5 years. Who are you again?
Why do you think I call my wife Doll? I don't know her name.
Oh my.
Hey, person.
You. Yeah.
Hey there, champ.
Hey, Dollface, Mia here.
Anyway,
Oh my God.
so Bittles, this all came together perfectly
Mhm.
because I need to go to work.
Oh, no worries. If I had known you had to leave at a certain time,
Oh, no,
I
you're-
would
you're
have made
fine.
you
This
go
all-
earlier.
This all worked perfectly. This is wonderful. Thank you all so much. It was wonderful to meet all of you. Well, some of you I've known for freaking ever, but thank you all so much for letting me hang out with you.
We appreciate
yeah.
it so much. Thank you for being here, Scarlett. Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing
nice
your
to meet you.
story.
No problem. Love you all very much.
Big kiss. Mwah. Have fun at work.
Have a wonderful day. Wash your hands, and remember, don't eat the shrimp. I'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
I
Everyone's gonna
I
get
wanna
bigger
eat
in
the
a second.
I want to eat
Yep.
the shrimp. I
Shrimp.
want to eat the shrimp.
Also, thank you, Natso, for the subscription. I
Oh my
appreciate
God,
it.
massive.
Got big.
bigger.
Also, thank you, Ace. Also, welcome in.
It's even more
All
funny
right.
to me because we call a short person a shrimp in Australia.
Yeah, but you also
Yeah,
call
don't eat the
wine
short people
goon.
then.
So
No,
Short
that's just cheap bag wine.
it's such a cool
well-
name, though.
Yeah, we call cheap
Wait, hold-
bagged wine goon bags.
Wait, but bagged wine is good. Listen, bagged wine. Listen, as someone who's taken a sommelier course, bagged wine is the best way to preserve your wine. Okay.
And I do not believe you.
It really is. It's so much easier and better than cork, because cork it can still kind of age, but with a bagged wine, the you know how with whatchamacallit, you know how they take out like all the air from it.
Counterpoint. Wine gross.
Wine is
Bagged-
all right. Well,
Bagged
there we
wine
go.
tastes better. I don't know. I don't drink.
Listen.
Hey, I'm qualified enough to say this.
Nia is a chef.
So it's Canadian.
She does work with wine.
Listen,
I'm
okay.
a qualified
listen.
bartender and a chef.
That too.
Yeah, well, that's what I am. Like, I'm a bartender. I'm a sommelier. I've done everything. Like, I'm ready to open up my own restaurant any day now. So, and I even do cocktail streams and stuff like that. Even
Fuck
so,
yeah.
it's like
Chef. Do you need a chef?
chef.
You want to hire?
My name is Chef.
You're in.
Yeah, you can.
Wait, no.
Can
this
we all
works
get
out
like
perfectly.
hired together real quick? We'll
Pickle,
call
you're
it
in
the.
Canada, right?
Yeah, we'll call it the. What was the name for the tea trans house? But we'll all like work in like this place, this restaurant, that sort of thing. You know?
I don't know.
I think that'd be great. That'd be great. Let's all start a place together.
That's even funnier because there's a chance of moving to Canada, actually.
Can we open up?
Look,
like,
just because we're
trans-
Canadian doesn't mean we're like putting things in bags, okay?
Milk.
It's not true. Can we open up
Milk
like
bags, right.
trans girl restaurant and just call it the Egg Carton?
Yes. Ooh, call it the egg carton. Damn right.
Fuck yeah.
I love it.
Speaking of loving, Pickle,
Love it.
you're next.
Yeah, what's up? Oh boy. 2 words, bag mouth. You chats make fun of me.
Hi, Techie. How you doing?
Deserved.
Listen, they
What-
make fun
what-
of
hey,
me for
hey!
being Canadian too. Also, hi, Zyber.
Okay, before I go on with my story, I just want to say putting things in bags is not that much of a crime as people say it is, okay? Bagged milk tastes better than jugs. So there you go.
It stays fresher longer, and it stacks better.
Exactly. It's like you can play Tetris with your fridge. You know,
Exactly.
if your fridge is full, you've got bagged milk, you just, there you go.
Exactly.
Anyways. So my story is the reason why I actually was glad that I went last is because I actually like listening to stories.
Second to last.
And that because yours is coming.
I'm
That's
still
right.
here. It's my show.
Oops. Listen, I'm not very observant, okay?
You've been
The reason
talking
why
to
I
me
like-
for nearly an hour and a half.
Look, okay.
Mhm.
I don't have very good brain power. But the reason why I like listening to stories is actually part of my story. So kind of like Scarlett, I knew a while back, but I didn't like really act on it. I knew way back in like high school. But it wasn't really that was years ago, and it was definitely not as big as a thing as it is now. So I was very, very concerned. I kind of hid it. Well, I kind of hid, what name I was choosing and everything I wanted to do to the rest of the world. And I mean, I guess some people kind of got a little taste of it. They always said, "Oh, what's wrong? Kind of weird. Why do you walk like that? Why do you talk like that?" I was like, "It's because that's what I do. That's me. I'm that bitch." But wasn't that bitch yet? But
Give it time.
I'll get to that. I'll get to that for a minute. But yeah, I kind of kept it a little discreet as much as I could, and I mean that's kind of the reason why I had issues even with with my most recent ex with my son. Well, not my most recent ex, but with my ex with my son.
Mhm.
It's because she always wanted to engage in intercourse, and I was just not feeling it because of a whole bunch of different things.
I fully get that
But,
more than you know.
Yeah. But eventually it got to a point where I did come out, and that was because of a good old hospital trip. You see, when I was really young, I used to have cancer. And that finally got like settled,
Oh,
back, when I was like 6 kids, which was good. But
Congratulations.
the doctor always said that to my mom that eventually you'd grow up to have heart condition. And we kind of put it off until about 2017 when it just started to really initiate.
Mhm.
So I was in the hospital for most of 2017 with congestive heart failure. And yeah, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't move, I couldn't really do much. And I vowed to myself that if I got out, that I would make some changes, and coming out would be one of them.
Mhm.
Eventually I did come out, and I was on disability, so that's why I started streaming. I used to be a face cam streamer actually, because I didn't really give a shit. I was ready to show my face.
I get that. Scarlett was the same way.
Yeah, I went right to the face cam stream. Like, this is who I am. You know, whatever. And obviously, we had a couple of relapses where I went back in the hospital, so I had to take a couple of hiatuses. But no, I started to present myself more. It was only until about 2018, 2019, somewhere around there, that I went to actually come out to my family. I wanted to, and I told my see my story's a little different when it comes to family, so you'll see. But I told my sister-in-law, because I could really trust her with things, and she was really nice. She was really accepting of it and everything like that. And I thought that would be a good way to ease into it. Little did I know, stupid me, it's my sister-in-law. Of course she's going to tell my brother, right?
Yeah.
So that happened. They come over the next week, and this guy does not just stop reaming me in front of everybody, literally outing me in front of the whole family. He waited until the whole family was there, and then he started outing me. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? You stupid piece of shit.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And you start like, oh, what name are you gonna choose? You think it's funny? Like, shut the fuck up. I will end your life right now. That's how mad I was getting. I was so pissed. It turned into a giant. It almost turned into like a physical fight. It was really bad because he thought it was funny. He's always been like that with me. He's always tried to belittle me since I was young because I don't know. He's got some issues.
No, that's...
But yeah, that turned out. Oh, he's got some issues. Trust me. Listen, he blamed me when he went to the therapy for all his problems. I'm like, what did I do? I had cancer when I was little. I'm very sorry no one was paying attention to me when I was like 2 years old and you were 6. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry. I guess maybe I should have died. Maybe we made you feel like we had a whole fight about this. This is a whole thing. But yeah, he brought that up.
Imagine being upset at a baby with cancer. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
I don't know. It's stupid. But yeah, he did that whole explosion. Everybody left, but I went a couple days not really talking to my family. Eventually, I did, obviously, but they were more accepting because they're more accepting, but not in the good way. Do you guys know what that means, by any chance?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think I might need a smidge of an explanation.
So they were very accepting to the point where they started buying all these flags and putting stuff on their car. Oh my god!
No.
Like, look at me! Look, my son is transitioning. Oh my god! Look at me! Put it on Facebook for everybody to see.
Yeah,
so, like mom,
you became
don't
a trophy.
Need to change. Yeah, exactly. I became a trophy. It wasn't more something to be like accepted. It was more like, look at me. We're accepting. Look at us. We're cool. We're rad. Look at me. Look at my new leggings. They got the trans flag on them. Look at that. Can't you see that when I posted on goddamn Peloton? The Peloton website. Like, what are we doing?
It becomes your entire identity too, right? Like, that's all they ever get you.
That's all they do. That's all. Yeah, that's it. That's all it was. And I was like, I don't know what was worse. What's worse, you guys not accepting me, or you guys literally touting me everywhere I go and trying to get like free shit or whatever, and trying to make yourselves look better? Like, because guys, listen, you can't do that. Your piece of shitness is going to come out at some point.
Right?
It's gonna happen.
I'm gonna fucking tell on you. Everyone's gonna know that, like, I'm just a trophy that you're just throwing around.
Yeah, no,
like,
and it got to the point where some people actually caught on to that. Like, even my mom has used to work with someone who was gay, and even he was like you need to stop doing that. Like, just stop. Okay, you don't need to have your border on your Facebook with the trans flag and having you waving this and all. Like, everyone knows you're not real. But it was at least nice to be able to do things with them being okay with it. But it was just a little too much. Like, like the first time I bought my first bra, like, mom, why do we have to come to Winners with me? Why do you have to start throwing things? Like, stop putting things in the cart, all right? Let me figure it out, for fuck's sakes. So I mean, it was nice to have the acceptance, but it was a bit too much.
I get
And
that.
yeah,
Hi,
and
Paige.
especially with the congestive heart failure, that was a whole different scenario because I tried to start HRT and I didn't get accepted because of my heart condition. So it took a while for me to get better, and I was on disability trying to make moves and everything like that.
Mhm.
Eventually, I did get approved for HRT in 2019. And
Congrats.
that was after the whole psych thing and everything, right? Like I did all the psych stuff, I know the minimum was 3. I had more than that. I still talk to my psychiatrist, which is good. And I've learned, like we mentioned before, the psych therapy and everything is good for making sure you're not rushing into things, making sure you know what you're doing. And that really got me curious. And anyone who's in like the Toronto area knows that the transgender clinic in like the Ontario is called CAMH. I actually started going to like their meetings and everything like that to the point where I actually started volunteering and actually talking to people, which is again why I really like hearing stories, because this is what I do. I actually talk to people and try to get people to go through it, because not everyone, had it like me. Everyone, like Athena or Butch or like it's tough.
Exactly.
No. So I actually started volunteering, try to help people through it, make sure, if they have any questions, I try to answer whatever I can. Which, by the way, if any of you guys ever have any questions or any concerns, feel free to ask me. This is partly what I do. I try to volunteer as much as I can. But yeah, it was definitely a change when I got on the HRT. There was definitely a lot of things that, even though I did research and I talked to people about this, that you don't you expect it, but you don't expect it, right?
You don't know
It,
to what
it's
degree it's going to happen.
exactly. Some people are like, I've had people complain like, "Oh, my breasts are not getting big enough." I was like, "All right, well, don't worry about it. Just relax. There's procedures, there's things. You should give it time." There's people who just immediately just start seeing things right away.
Yeah.
They get really hormonal. They get really agitated. I'm like, relax, it's fine. Don't worry, I got you. But yeah, so I started HRT in 2019. And unfortunately, my heart condition, which is still, it's even acting up right now, honestly. I actually had to stop it again and start it and then stop it and start it. So I actually had a moment in time where, like, it was a couple years, like it was during COVID, where I actually reverted back to who I originally was. Like my body changed back. So
You
that was
detransitioned.
that was very, very depressing time.
Oh, I'm so sorry,
I
Pickle.
was yeah, I detransitioned, and I'm still kind of in that situation now. I've only got back started on HRT like late last year. So it's still I'm still trying to get back up to where I was, but it was such a rough time. And I do not wish that on anybody. I like the amount, like we already feel dysphoria in cases. The amount of dysphoria I felt during that time was astronomical. I was so close to just like, you know what, next time I go in the hospital, I just hope they take me. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It was
yeah.
really bad. But thankfully my friends were supportive, and I was still doing streaming, and I was playing Final Fantasy 14 a lot. That took over my life.
It seems to take over everyone's life. My friend Sally keeps telling me about it.
Don't play Final Fantasy 14. Don't do it.
Don't do it. It's worse than drugs.
It's bad. I'm trying to talk about my history, but I listen. I have a bad habit of going on tangents for other things. Trying to stay on topic here.
It's fine. We're here to talk.
But yeah, it was a really bad time, and I actually stopped streaming because of it too. It's been like a whole like 7-year experience, and I obviously have had some people who were transphobic. Like actually, just recently, last weekend, I had someone who was transphobic to me, where I made a tweet, which
I'm so
not particularly
sorry.
proud of the tweet, but I made the tweet regardless.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. We just need to try to get through however we can, and I'm always here to listen to people, and I'm always on the advocate of we have to be able to talk, even if it's some people we maybe don't like, or people who don't accept us. We should always be able to talk, because that's what we need. We need to talk. That's the only way we're going to be able to get things done. And then with the whole like, I gotta say, it's when people, especially when you're like transitioning, who are not accepting you, you guys know it pretty fairly well, right? You guys know it's not an easy experience. It really demoralizes you. You know, you sit at home, you cry, especially when you're on the hormones, you cry even more.
Yeah. Yeah. Daily. Sometimes for no reason. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's womanhood for you. What are you gonna do?
Yay.
Yeah.
But regardless of how you're transitioning, whether you're transitioning male to female, female to male, it's important to always, you know, I had the convenience of already being an extrovert, but a lot of people are already introverts especially when they're going through this thing. You know, they don't really
It's
have a lot of people to
scary.
talk to, and it is. It's a scary thing. It's, you know, you don't know what's gonna happen. You look yourself in the mirror, and you're like, is this, you know, who am I? It's scary in all aspects. But I will say, as someone who's been doing this for 7 years, you can get through it. You will get through it. And it's okay to ask questions. It's okay. But just make sure that, you know, you're asking the right questions and you know what you're going through, right? Because I've had people during my time in CAMH where, yeah, they were questioning, but it turns out they weren't trans. They were just, having a moment, I guess, so to speak. But there are other people who were trans, and I went up to the right place, right psychiatrist. You know, is a good one over in Mono. I always bring them over there. It's important to ask yourself the right questions and make sure that you're surrounded by the right people, right?
No, exactly.
You don't want to be surrounded by people who are going to obviously not accept you, but you also don't want to be surrounded by people who are, quote, yes men, right? Because if you want to be able to get through this, you need to know everything. You need to know what's going to happen to you. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I'll be fine. Oh well, yeah, you'll just go through it. No, you need to prepare yourself. All right.
No, exactly.
So my story, so my story was kind of like more on the acceptance nature, but too much, but more of just health wise, right? The health, because there's a lot of health issues that taking HRT can provide, for example. So make sure you know what you're taking. I'm on the patches. I know some people take shots. I know some people take, the pills. Make sure you know which one you're taking, whichever, whether it be HRT, testosterone, that sort of thing. Okay.
Exactly. Talk to your doctor. If you're in the kind of situation, talk to multiple doctors. Because I know my personal doctor has messed things up a bunch.
And for God's sakes, I know there's, you can talk to your doctor and just quickly get on it. God's sakes, talk to a psychiatrist or a therapist first.
Absolutely.
Please.
Yeah.
Do yourself that favor. Regardless. I'll pay for it.
No, I know some people in the chat were like, that seems a little much. It's purely to stop people from making a bad decision.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my waiting time was a year and a half.
And I think that's a great amount of time. I know you probably wish it was sooner, but honestly, I think a year and a half, even 2, I think that's a great amount of time for people to actually understand and ask all the questions they need, because they're not going to always get the answer from someone in like a week, right? It's always going to be something else. It's going to hear something, new updates, whatever. That's a perfect time. So even if you think about transitioning right now, I understand you really want to get it done. It's okay to wait, though. It's okay. Ask yourself the questions. Understand what you're about to do before you do it. Okay?
Exactly. Do the research. Go to forums. Ask questions. Like Pickle says, ask the right questions. It's also okay to not ask the right questions. Ask whatever questions you have. People can give you answers.
And also, people transition in different ways. Like, I'm not on HRT. Mine's all about more exterior stuff, like changing my voice, facial hair, removing hair, and stuff like that. So yeah, they're just because you're not on chemicals does not mean you're not trans.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
HRT does not make you transgender. I know a lot of people who
Yeah.
socially transition, and that's completely
Mhm.
okay too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Just make sure you guys know, what you're doing. I cannot stress that enough. I have seen too many cases where people have started and they have gone back, and then they get depressed, and they're like,
Mhm.
just make sure
Mm.
you know what you're getting into before you do it. Okay,
Mm.
it's just, you can do that with anything. It's like when you go to this buffet. What's going on at the buffet? Do they got rats? Do they actually cook the sushi? Well, they don't cook sushi, but you know what I mean.
Did they cook the
If they do cook
rats?
the sushi, do they cook
The
the
sushi that's raw.
It's
Rats are
like that with
fucking raw.
it's like that with anything. Just make sure you know what you do before you get into it,
Exactly.
and make sure it's the right thing for you.
Like,
Because and I'm not trying to discourage anybody. I know that might sound like discouraging words. I'm not. I'm just making sure you guys are actually, before you go into it, you're ready. You're good. You're on board. You're ready to go. Let's go.
exactly. Because here's the thing.
Because you don't want to start buying bras and then waste all that money, and then listen, bras are expensive, okay?
Yeah.
So
I need more helmets.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. The whole education thing, we're really stressing it because it is important. There's nothing wrong with detransitioning, but you need to do your research. Because I've seen quite a lot of trans men who start their transition and then lose their hair. That's unfortunately part of masculine hormones.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not guaranteed. You can keep your hair, but most of the time, you're gonna lose that hair because you got a shit ton of testosterone running through your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's something you should have been told by your doctor. That, this is a possibility.
Mm-hmm. I got that actually. I got a little hairline going on. I'm trying to grow it back.
Right, me too.
But yeah. But it also it's all about confidence as well. Again, I already had the of being an extrovert, so I was already like, you guys. If anyone who's actually seen my stream was in the chat, I actually did show my face last week. So I have no issues with that. So it's all about confidence and being able to carry yourself. Because the one thing I found, especially with transphobic people, is once you lose that confidence, that's when they start to try to just rail you.
Yeah,
And I don't mean that in an inappropriate way, but they just try to run a train on you.
They see weakness.
And exactly, right? And it's the best thing to do, keep that confidence, ignore the comments, and talk, right? It's okay. Because I even had a conversation with transphobic people and managed to sway them. Because sometimes all people it is they simply don't know.
They're uninformed to dangerous degrees.
Exactly. They're just they have no idea. And I've managed to get some transphobic people to not be transphobic. And that's why I always say, even when I, regardless of the person, I always tell having an open dialogue. If you had one of those crazy people, if Ben Shapiro was here, I would still have a conversation with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a little extreme example. I get it. But you know what I mean?
No, exactly.
It's important, be able to talk, have that confidence, and just be yourself, right? And once you get those three things built up on decent enough pillars, you'll notice how easy the transition is. It's not an easy thing to get there. Not at all. That's why we're all here to support each other, to help each other.
Exactly.
That's why we have so many streamers and friends and everything in the community to kind of aid each other. But once you get to that pedestal, you'll notice how easy it is to just be yourself. It's and you know what? It's a great feeling. It really is a great feeling for me to go out wearing my outfits and everything, and I see someone looking at me, and I just look right back at them. Like I said earlier, I am that bitch. He asked for no fucking pickles. All right, you got me. So you'll know. It gets easy. You'll get there.
It's like Pickle is saying, it's a lot of self-confidence.
Yeah.
And you will be treated differently.
Absolutely.
I've been, as the stream says, I've been on HRT for 4 years. I get people talking down to me because they think I'm a woman. I am a woman, but you know what I mean. Like,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I'll be outside working on my car, and like someone else will a guy will walk up and be like, "Hey, you're not doing that correctly." Like, I know what I'm doing. Fuck off.
Hit them with a wrench.
And you know what? When you develop that confidence at like that really high level, that's when you can have some real fun. Because you'll do like the voice and everything, you do voice training and everything, and someone will say something, and that's when you go, "Hey, how you doing?"
Oh my god, you think I'm so cute? Fuck off.
I love doing that. That was great.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. Hello.
It's great. But yeah, it's once you get to the if you guys even in the chat, if you guys ever needed help, feel free to message me. I do volunteer work for CAMH. You can look it up. I'm more than happy to help you with support groups or anything like that. Arrange things, whatever needs to be done.
No, likewise. Message Pickle if you need help. You guys can also know that anytime you can message me. I actually also do similar stuff, Pickle. I do a lot of trans outreach. I also provide vocal lessons.
Well, there we go. See? I don't do the vocal lessons, so I just listen, man. Just
fine.
I'm still working on myself.
Hi, Jen. How you doing? VTuber Persona is cute as heck. Well, thank you. We're just having a bit of a low energy, serious day, kinda.
Yeah.
Thank you for the follow.
See, I'm being serious now because I'm talking about things, but trust me, we start diving into a different topic, you will hear something else.
I want to read this out. I love this. My wife says, Bittles, me, and another friend once walked into a mall and some guy was staring at us from the second floor. The other friend just waved at them and they walked away. It was amazing.
No, you shouldn't even have waved. You should have just all stared right at him. Just glared.
Right?
You know what I mean? That's what I did to that person at Walmart last week. Because I heard them. I went into the corner and this fucking bitch started reaming me to goddamn kids. They're like, "Oh, that's not really a girl. People like that, you should stay away from because they're dangerous." Like, I looked right at her. Like, I didn't say anything. I want to start a fight at Walmart. I looked right at her. I'm thinking in my head, bitch, I got a fucking 9-year-old who's being raised perfectly fine, okay?
Right?
There's nothing wrong with him. So don't you dare come at me with your goddamn... What kind of swear words can I say here?
I think that's not a slur.
Okay, I was going to call her a cunt. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. We can edit it out.
We can edit it out. Yeah, just put it in post-production, yeah. Just,
Gwen,
edit it out.
Yeah, Gwen, Mia, put a rubber chicken noise over that.
Still, I need to be heavy. And that's fair. That's fair, then. I totally understand that.
We definitely should have. Yeah.
It'll definitely come with time. The more you get into it. And trust me, like I'm out here, I'm wearing my bra, I'm wearing my, one shoulder off thing, got my new shoes and got my big ass and my jeans and everything.
Oh, absolutely.
I got my purse, I don't give a shit, I don't give a shit. That's what it is. That's what it's all about.
The butt thing is my favorite. I've caught so many guys staring at my ass.
Oh man.
It's great.
Hey, just give him the whole L'Oreal like flick.
That's not my fault.
Girls staring at my ass.
Yeah, that too.
I've had that.
For what it's worth, Athena, I'd probably be staring at your arms. They're impressive.
You're damn right. Absolutely. When are you lifting me? I will take a plane right now.
Athena, no, I'm genuinely curious. Do you think you could at least do you think you could lift a car? Not like over your head, but do you think you could lift it?
The front of a car, yeah, probably.
Front or the side? Just to, get it, the tires off the ground. It doesn't have to be high. But do you think you could do that?
Probably.
I knew you fucking could.
That's good shit right there.
That's
to kind of end that off. Yeah, I guess kind of end it off. Just remember, be yourself. You're fine, just the way you are, and don't listen to all those misinformation because this is misinformation about what happens to trans people too. Okay?
Oh, absolutely.
There is just a lot of misinformation. You're like, oh, is this gonna happen to me? No. All right.
It's
just listen. You're not gonna start not you're not gonna start hating pancakes. All right, I heard that one. They're like, oh, pancakes are gonna taste bad. Like that's
What?
who told you that?
I don't.
Oh,
I've heard girls and men, all trans people get like cravings, but I've never heard their taste
Yeah.
buds change.
Yeah, you get cravings, but you don't. There's a lot of things with taste buds, physical stuff, mental stuff.
Mm.
That's simply not true. So make sure you're citing your sources, okay? And again, feel free to ask me. If I need to, if you ask me a question and I don't know, I'll simply ask someone at the services and everything I provide.
It's got like,
By all means. So there's a lot of misconceptions, but yeah. But that's my story. It's very very half accepting, half dying, half.
it's
funny.
It's funny sometimes hearing the misinformation because it's like,
Yeah.
how the fuck do you think this works? Like one I saw on Twitter, it's probably one of my favorite, which is someone was harassing a trans woman because they thought that they had to kill cis women to get estrogen.
Oh, what are we harvesting them? What is
Right?
this,
We're
like putting them in the
fucking
grinder?
estrogen
Like
vampires
HRT
over
sausages. Just making HRT sausages by grinding up people. Delicious. Put that on the barbecue.
And the
Little
person,
ketchup. There you go.
the trans person was like, that's not how estrogen works. And the person was like, yes, it is. You have to drain the fluids out of cis women to make estrogen. You're killing them.
Drain
It's
the
like,
fluids.
Hear me,
Oh my
cis
God.
women.
what the fuck are you talking about?
They have it like at like the grocery store. Get like a
Wow.
bottle of HRT juice, like strawberry flavor. Like what do they think this is?
Like, the person can't understand that like hormones can be synthetically made into a pill. We don't have to drain anyone. It's
Wait,
ridiculous.
so if HRT is drained, how do we get testosterone?
Milked.
Is that milked? Ooh, milk.
Oh. No.
We got milk factories. Oh, that's what.
Nia gets
Oh,
it.
that's what the sperm centers are for. Okay. Oh man, go to the free clinic.
I think like one of my favorite things when it comes to my Twitter and all that is I grew my Twitter before I came out as trans.
Yeah.
And I think I laugh every single time I see this. Every single time I post something about like trans or LGBT, I lose 10 followers. Like every single time.
Who cares? Let them go. Let them
Yeah.
go. Let them
It's
let
funny.
them milk each other. See, so I guess that statement is true. Tea does come from the balls.
That's true.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
It's not pee, tea.
hey, exactly.
Yeah.
You hear that,
Exactly,
Doc?
just thinking.
That's where you're getting your hormones.
Get one of those tubes going up.
Catheters.
Put your mouth right on it. There you go. Daily dose.
Oh, stop it. Fucking stop it. We're going to throw down with a Canadian in a sec.
Listen, I can go. Okay,
Listen.
I can go on any tangent, and I can just escalate it.
Nia, you don't want to mess with Canadians. We're the reason that the Geneva Convention exists. It's not a joke. It's true.
And besides,
we were doing war crimes.
This is more of an adult stream, right? My streams aren't 18 plus, so I'm just, I'm going ham. I'm letting it out now.
And what did we do in Australia? We ran forward and we just sprinted into the water line.
You lost to birds. I don't think we're really at a threat here.
Yeah, do you know why? I've told it before, but do you know what was the reason?
Because they're fucking durable?
They're literally bulletproof, and we ran out of funds on bullets.
Birds aren't
we
real.
ran out of funds to fund killing the emus.
Yeah, I heard
they
it took
take like 10 bullets.
Yeah, like even like hitting.
They're bulletproof.
Their heads are too small for anyone to shoot because they move around so much. So you always went for like center of mass, but it took so many bullets to take them down.
Yep.
Look, I'm just gonna get a pair of wings and I'm just gonna come over there.
It was so crunchy, Pickle.
What is a Canadian ghost's favorite food? Boo
Huh?
time.
You're all
Listen.
You're all pixely.
Oh, pixely. Oh yeah, delicious. Get any more of them pixels. A bulletproof bird is terrifying. But what if it was on your side? What if it was on your team?
It was on the Australian team. It just decided to do friendly fire.
Yeah, because they were
kick from the
destroying
server.
farmland. Funny enough, like
we got a team killer. Can we kick him from the server, please? Can we like vote kick?
Can we vote kick emus?
like funny enough, like 80% of Australians like land is meant to be like farm, and most of it is desert.
Yeah, isn't that because of like the sheep and the cassowary and emus and everything just eating too much?
I mean, so just the fact that we're a big ass thing with no rivers. We've got like no main rivers anywhere.
That's true. That makes sense. I've seen like population maps of Australia, and you guys are all around the coast. There's like no one that lives in the middle.
90% of Australians live on the coast.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And funny enough, when it comes, this is actually a whole thing in Australia that because we we ship out a lot of food and stuff. We are shipping out way too much food that we are running out of water.
What?
Oh my gosh! How is that?
Oh.
We spent because of how much like water is in the food and all that.
Yeah.
We are generally shipping out too much of it.
Jeez.
In 20 years, is Australia going to exist?
Probably not.
At least you're honest.
Here's the thing. What you need to do is you need to put a taxation on like the water, just like the guy at Nestle tried to do. You know, the guy at Nestle tried to own water. You need the guys to try to do that over in Australia, and they, you'll make money on.
Yeah, why don't you just do that? You're already the Florida of the world. Why don't you just try to own water?
The Florida, I don't think it's that bad.
Just a quick thing. I'm not sure.
Our land is full of mutant animals. It's worse.
The government is run by the spiders.
Listen, some YouTubers tell me that Australia doesn't exist, and I'm prone to believe those insane nut jobs.
Oh yes, we're all paid actors. We're paid by a certain thing called Centrelink. They provide me a hefty $700 every fortnight.
It's those 5G towers again.
Oh, the 5G towers are in my bloodstream.
That's why we're all transitioning, because of the 5G towers.
Yeah, exactly. Plus all the hormones. We all have a little bit of frog DNA in us now.
They also said the frog's gay.
Oh yeah. Where's Alex Jones when you need him?
Jail.
Is he in jail? Is he in jail?
He's getting
hopefully.
Oh my god!
Got, like, the whole court case against the kids.
Did he go bankrupt?
No,
I know he went bankrupt.
He's crying because he had to sell like a boat because he accused a bunch of families of hiding their dead kids from not actually dying or something. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so he's not going to jail. He's not going to jail, but he has to liquidate everything.
He's just gonna get redder.
Yeah.
He's had like podcasts where he's sitting
It
there
was only
just
a couple of weeks
bawling
ago.
his eyes out, like, "Oh, I've got to sell all this stuff." It's like, yeah, maybe don't fucking accuse families of their child not dying.
Right? That was so like, what is wrong with that guy?
A lot.
Yeah.
Like maybe other people you can have a conversation with. I feel like Alex Jones you just cannot have a conversation with. I feel like you could talk about like, I don't know, toothpaste, and he'll go on like a tangent for like 20 minutes about how it's criminal and it's a conspiracy.
He looks like a
toothpaste turns the frog's gay. Somehow the frog really turned gay heel.
Which, by the way, going back to the AA channel, you can actually make Alex Jones say whatever you want.
Good. Alex Jones says trans rights.
Oh, man, that's good. It's good.
Okay, the ad is done.
Let's hear your story, Bittles.
Yeah, I was kind of just stalling for the ad to go through.
Come on, let's go, Bittles. Guys, can we get ones in the chat if you want to hear Bittles' story?
Can we get some ones if you want me to just end the stream?
No. 2's in the chat if Bittles orders Arby's right now.
I don't think that's in my side of Canada.
You don't have Arby's?
No,
We don't have Arby's here either.
I'm on the West Coast.
Oh man, I'm disappointed.
We have Tim
We
Hortons.
just got a Denny's.
I know you have Tim Hortons. I know you have Tim. There's a Tim Hortons, 4 Tim Hortons on one corner.
Yeah, they're the Starbucks of Canada.
Oh god.
Also, Starbucks.
Got time for- well, we can still try, Bianca. We can still try.
Who has time for Arby's these days?
I do. I love Arby's.
I'm sorry,
Arby's is
it's
the greatest
mid.
fast food restaurant of our time.
No, it's mid.
Don't you dare. I will fight you. Listen, I even got Alara, the news VTuber, to actually order my order from Arby's, okay? Took me 42 days of annoying the absolute shit of her on Twitter. 42 days, and I got her to do it. So don't start with me. I am ready.
I might see if there is
You
an
know what?
Arby's nearby. They had a Cuphead
This is
collab?
atrocious.
Oh, that's incredible.
Butch, please, don't do this to me. Bucket Lord, no.
Is this part of the
Guys,
stories?
no,
Yeah.
Arby's.
We're sponsored
Listen,
by
Arby's is great. Arby's is great. Listen, I will say there are some things on the menu that, you know what I mean? Like the
Mhm.
French dip and Swiss. You know, I had it. I thought the sandwich was okay. I
Mhm.
dipped it in the sauce. Sauce had no flavor, so you know what? I'll give you that. But there's some really great things. I'm telling you, they do chicken so goddamn well. When the whole chicken war was going on with like
Chicken war?
Popeyes and Chick-fil-A and whatever, you know, all this thing, all that chicken war with the chicken sandwiches, nobody talked about Arby's. They have no idea how good those chicken sandwiches are. Because everyone thinks of Arby's, think of the roast beef sandwiches. I'm telling you, get a nice crispy chicken sandwich from Arby's. It will change your mind. It changed the laws.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Bittles, tell your story, please. I'm gonna lose my shit. Please.
But you don't like how passionate Pickle is about Arby's?
I'm very passionate about Arby's, okay? I'm very passionate. If
Mhm.
Arby's gave me a sponsorship right now, I would literally spread cheeks and be like, yes, please, insert it.
Arby's, give me the meat.
Stop.
Okay. Okay. Oh, all this Arby's talk is
Go on with your
garbage.
story, Biddles.
Oh, hey Nia,
Let's hear your story.
What?
what did one hat say to the other?
I will end you.
You go on ahead.
All right, that's it. I'm gone. Bye.
Okay.
Listen, okay?
So,
I will put my hat on top of yours in a second, Bill.
it's fine. I actually wear a baseball cap most of the time.
Hell yeah.
So, my story. Nia, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Did that really fucking get you, you loser?
She needs some Arby's. She'll help.
Arby's will calm her down.
you.
Nia, just have a nice roast beef on wheat. You'll be fine.
It's good.
Okay.
Everyone gives Arby's so much shit.
I don't know. I've never even had it. I want to now, though. You did your job, Pickle.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's what I'm here for.
Okay.
Let's hear your story.
So, I was one of those kids, you know, real young. I played with dolls. I played with My Little Pony. I was what most people would have called a tom girl growing up. I hung out with girls. All my friends were girls growing up. I was a very feminine guy. But where I grew up, transgender wasn't even a word. So I had no idea what that kind of stuff was. Sorry, my nose is itchy. It always gets itchy at streams. So like age 14 comes around. I'm in 14. That'd be like late middle school, early high school. And we have something called a Youth for Diversity group, which is kind of just an LGBT club. A bunch of my friends are already like, they identify as lesbian or trans or whatever. So it's like, okay, I'm going to go as an ally, not knowing. So I go there. We do a bunch of sessions. It's nice. It's just talking. And then one day, they bring in a trans woman to talk to the group. She's gorgeous, by the way. She's been transitioning for a while. She's been transitioning for a while. Absolute gorgeous. Starts talking about like all of her experiences And I'm just sitting there currently thinking like, oh, I'm cisgender boy. And I'm hearing her talk and it's like, oh,
wait a minute.
oh no. Wait. I'm not a straight little boy. I'm a gay little girl. Looking at the dump. I'm not picking my nose. My nose genuinely
sure?
gets itchy. So I'm sitting there like, oh my god, maybe I'm trans. So I start talking to my friends. I don't talk to my parents. I live in fucking backwoods. This is the kind of shit most people grow up to go work in the logging factories. So I'm talking to friends. You know, and they start trying to help me. But then I talk to other friends, ones who are not in that group. The most transphobic people I could think of. And not mentioning that I was considering myself trans, they brought up that like if they knew a trans student, they would drag them out into the woods and beat them. So wasn't open about being trans for a while. You know, for fear of being beaten. So that, keep in mind, this was age. Hit my mic. This was age 14. I didn't start my transition until I was 28. Because where I grew up, the doctors didn't know what to do. Because I think I was like 18 or so. I eventually did go to a doctor to be like, hey, I'm considering transitioning. What do I do? And he went, I don't know. Because fucking it wasn't a thing where I was. Right, what? He didn't know. Because it's not a thing. Like I said, backwoods place. We had like less than 20,000 people in the town. It was a whole thing. So 28. 28, I decide I'm leaving this fucking backwoods hillbilly city and moving somewhere literally 16 hours away so I can start completely fresh. And I do that. Go to a place, nobody knows me. I can't afford HRT immediately, so I'm working a job presenting masculine. Like a year goes by. I finally have enough money that I can do the HRT, I do the psych, all of that. I can start my transition. But there are now like 6 people who know my dead name in a city of like 100,000. So not bad. But I waited 14 years of mental hell to be myself. 14 years of knowing that I was trans and not being able to do a fucking thing about it for threat of being beaten. So that's fun.
Yeah, like whatever, fun time.
And you know, my mom wasn't the greatest. She was very skeptical. But then like you, Pickle, once she kind of started coming around to it, I became a trophy to talk about. Like, oh, this is my trans child.
My son is trans. Yeah, my son is trans.
It's great. Hi, Pickle, other Pickle. How you doing? And it just got to the point where like she did this thing, and you might have experienced it too, Pickle. A few of you might have. It's the absolute thing I hate. So for anyone who doesn't know, a big part of being transgender is being able to come out and tell your family, your friends, being able to tell people yourself. I didn't get that. I didn't get that because my mom, in her wonderful wisdom, told the rest of my family that I was transgender. Now, people who are listening this entire time might remember that I said I grew up Catholic. I have a fucking gigantic family hundreds of people. Surprisingly, they were actually very nice about it. The problem is that I wanted to be the one to tell them. That was not hers to do. And the only reason I find out about it is because I start getting messages from my aunts being like, "Hi, real name, how you doing?" And it's like, that's a problem for two reasons. One, how the fuck do you know my name? And two, how did you get my phone number? Because I don't talk to my family. I left.
Can I have your number?
No.
It's
8675309. There you go.
all right. There you go.
Took the opportunity away. Exactly.
Can I get that number?
Bitch, can I get your number?
I'll never understand that why family does that, where they try to take the whole
Mm.
thing away. Like I was still really, I'm still really pissed off at my brother for doing that.
It's a horrible feeling because it's like, you took my moment away.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so disheartening. I don't talk to my family. They're on your side of Canada, Pickle. But it's still like,
Are they?
Yeah. Most of them are in Winnipeg. Which, real far from where I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I started my transition at 28, and I started just being happy. Because you probably wouldn't guess it. I was raised as an introvert. I was told very much, don't be loud, don't share your emotions, don't share your interests, don't do any of that. And then I start transitioning, I start meeting people, and I realize, oh my God, I'm an extrovert that's just been pushed down into a box my entire life and told to just be quiet. It's been a very eye-opening experience, and I'm sure if anyone who used to know me would meet me now, they wouldn't recognize me. It's a whole thing.
Skeleton gets it.
Yeah.
It's not. I understand, Skeleton, what you mean when you're saying it's slightly preferable, but when everyone's toting you around, trying to use you to make themselves look better, then it's like it's so disingenuous. At that point, you don't know which one is worse because at least when they're not not liking you or not accepting you, at least you know
how they feel.
It's still there. You know how they feel, not when they're just
right. Especially when it's like I hear what you say behind closed doors. I know how you actually feel. But you see me as something to make you look better.
It's I feel like it's more disrespectful.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing. For a long time, she even still does it. My mom wouldn't call me her daughter. I was just her kid because she didn't want to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Which, at least she didn't disown me. But still, it's like not giving me that little bit of respect. But then here's the thing. There's even more to this. So I started my transition. Everything's going okay. I had to find a doctor. There's not a lot where I live who handle transgender stuff. For anyone who doesn't know transgender medicine kind of stuff, you usually have to go get your blood work done every few months. I got my blood work done. I'm at work, and I get a call from my doctor, late-ish, 5. That's late in the day. And she tells me that, hey, your estrogen levels are at a lethal level. You could die. But here's the thing.
Too much girl power.
I wish. So here's the thing. She was reading the results wrong. Because she wasn't reading them for a trans woman. She was reading them for a cis woman. So, of course,
that'd do it.
For a cis woman, the levels of estrogen in my body would be fucking high. But because I don't make estrogen, that level is pretty normal for me. It's
Mm.
and it was scary. It's scary to have someone, a doctor, someone you trust, tell you that you might die trying to be yourself.
Mm.
And it sucks. It's scary. It's horrifying? Yeah. I was told by my doctor that I could just die in my sleep because of my hormones. And this is not to say that the HRT is the problem. The HRT was not. Get a good doctor. That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
Because thing is, she's not a great doctor. She's done her job, but she's not a great doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, the doctor's done something similar. Here's the thing. They're the only transgender doctor I can get. They're still my doctor. Because I don't have options. Well, so hi, objectively, a cat. Welcome in.
I love that name so much.
It's a good name. But it's... right? It's ridiculous. But despite all this, despite everything I've dealt with, the 14 years of being in my own personal hell, all the problems with people, being told by doctors that I might not make it through the night, I'd still do it. Because end of it all, I'm happy. I'm me. I am my best self. I haven't been this happy in decades. I am 32. I don't think I've been happy since I was 12. But now I am. Because I'm living
Good.
my
I'm
life.
very happy for you, Bittles. Yeah.
Thank you. Also a mix of antidepressants, but you know.
Oh boy.
But it's that's such the big part of it. Like I'll see detransitioners, and again, I have no problem with detransitioners as long as they're not the kind of people that detransition and then say that nobody should be transgender. Fuck those people. But it can change a life. I've lost friends because they couldn't transition, and it sucks. Because they didn't get that chance. They didn't get the chance at happiness that some of us have found, some of us are still looking for. But
I'm happy for all you guys, by the way.
oh, absolutely. I'm proud of all of you, and I'm proud of everyone in chat. Everyone who's trying. Because that's the big part about all of this. You're trying. You can say at the end of the day that you tried.
Absolutely.
Exactly. You're trying. Maybe you
Whether you're
succeed.
taking HRT or whether you're doing it socially, it doesn't matter. As long as you're being yourself and being who you are.
Or even if you're not doing those. If you're still closeted, you're still in your egg. That's okay too. You do it when you're ready. When you're either safe socially, financially, medically, whatever. Because I think after this wide spectrum of people, we've covered, like, some people are not financially safe to transition. Some people aren't socially safe to transition. Some people aren't medically safe to transition. But that's okay. We all go at our own pace. Being transgender isn't a race. It's a walk. And you take it at your own pace. There's no rush. You can do it.
It'd be nice if we had a Trans Am.
Exactly. And if you go to the mechanic and they say a certain word, they're talking about that. They're not making fun of you, I promise.
Yeah.
I've known so many trans people who have gone to a mechanic for something and they just say the shortening for Trans Am, and it really catches them off guard.
It Trans Am the car.
Yeah, you know. So no worries, Quinny. No
Okay,
worries.
I gotta ask everybody, you guys in the chat, who actually knows what a Trans Am is?
The car.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I know you're mentioning something to do with a car, but every single time you say Trans Am, I'm hearing it as Trans Ham.
That's what I got.
Trans Ham.
I got 2 of them.
Listen, you get a Trans Am car, and I will be on my knees, okay? Those cars are amazing. They're fast. They're beautiful. Okay? Get yourself a Trans Am. If you want to ride a Trans Am when you're transitioning, even better. Double whammy.
I got a Holden Commodore.
Trans Am like a radio station. That'd be great, though.
Welcome to Trans FM.
Can we start like a radio station or a podcast? It'd be great.
Nothing but shark noises.
My thing
Here's your daily dose of worship of Badge.
Trans podcast. Here's the thing. Bianca and I have been trying to start like a transgender D&D group for trans girls, purely so I can call it Tuck and Roll.
Oh my god.
Please.
We're working on it. We are working on it.
Oh my god.
Listen, you guys need some help. I'm more than welcome to show up. Listen, I can't stop. You know how many times I've tried to hold my tongue? I want to talk all the time.
It's a good name. Thank you. But yes.
I like that.
Thank you.
I like it.
I think this stream will be coming to an end now. I want to thank my guests for being here. And I hope that, like, yes, this was a very emotional stream. I hope this was good. Because this is not meant to scare. This is not meant to off-put. This is meant to inspire. Because despite what we've been through, despite the hardships we've faced, that we've put on ourselves, we're still here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes that's the best thing. To just keep going. Despite everyone who wants to see you fail. To show everyone that, like, you're not going to be pushed down. You're going to be your best self. You're going to try your hardest, keep pushing yourself, grow stronger and stronger, because you're incredible. Exactly, we can't be erased.
Push me down. And if you try to push me down, you better be in for a wild ride, because your pants are coming off.
Safer work stream.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's funny. Let's see. Who can we raid into? You know what?
If any of you guys come into my stream tonight and start talking Arby's, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you.
Just remember, everyone, that use your smile to change the world, but don't let the world change your smile.
Yep.
Oh, that's very nice, Nia. I guess, Athena, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, just be true to yourself.
Can I get their stream info? Can you all post in the chat? Just so people can follow you once more.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we have the wonderful Crunchy
I don't know
Pickle.
if I want to now. I don't know if I want to. Everyone wants to join my thing and diss Arby's.
It's funnier, though. We got the wonderful Nia, Butch, Crunchy Pickle, Athena Atlas, and me, your wonderful host, Bittles Bombardier. Or Bombardier, as some people mispronounce. You know what? We're going to keep this going. We're going to be going over to Zycrotic, another trans VTuber.
Yeah!
We are going to... Oh, they're an absolute sweetheart. I hope they're not doing anything weird. I'm sure it's fine, though.
That's without a question.
Yeah. The links don't work. Yeah, I don't allow links in my chat. People are weird about them. Hi, Judo. You came in just at the end. I'm so sorry. We are raiding out to the wonderful Zycrotic. I will say this, too. I hope you can all make it to Friday, because that is the season finale of my streams.
Fuck.
What time?
It'll be at 5:30 p.m. PST. Why do you ask them to post their links? I didn't. I asked them to post in chat so people can see their names.
I'm on a nice. I will try. I will try, but I will be on a not safe for work interview during that time.
No worries. No worries. Not a worry at all. What will we be doing for your season finale? I'm figuring that out tonight.
Taking over the world.
Hopefully.
Eating Arby's?
If there's one
I will
nearby,
order Arby's.
I'm going to order Arby's.
I swear to God, you tell me if you can find an Arby's nearby, I will send you the money to order a nice meal. I swear to God.
Okay,
Look for
the
one
raid
right
is
now.
almost done. 10. I will see you all on Friday. Thank you again to my guests for being here.